Hi there, and welcome to my channel Hisame Artwork. This video I'm going to go over my first impressions of the freelancer service platform named Fiverr. I often get requests to review platforms or get questions from friends and followers about them, so this is my video about Fiverr. I spent about 3 months there. I placed 100 offers and so far I made 2 deliveries. Often the most frequent question I get asked about it is, do you recommend it? And my short answer to it is only if you are desperate. So let's unpack this and see if it's a viable option for you. There are other platforms out there for this kind of stuff. I haven't tried out any of the direct competition for it, so it's kind of hard to say. But generally, the way I get my clients and get my work is through other means than freelance platforms, because there are a lot of issues with it, and let us go into them. So, pertaining to Fiverr, the community is pretty much as the online gossip says. Support desk isn't that great according to my friends, so I've also talked to friends that do use it, and I haven't had any problems with clients because I am an older graphic artist. Of course, Fiverr is for musicians and programmers and a lot of other services, but I offered my graphic artist services. And I know I'm better at managing clients and detecting scammers and issues like that, so I've never actually had to seek help of the support desk in resolving an issue with a scammer, but some friends of mine had, and it's been a pretty disappointing and stressful process for them. Another issue I have is that you only get to place 10 offers a day as level 1, and some days there are a lot of good offers, and on most days they're really not that great of an offer. Some can be completely unrelated or just trashy offers, and I'm going to go into some examples in the next slide to kind of give you a bit more insight into what is going on. Also, you can only offer 7 gigs or services. I had to kind of bunch some stuff together, like banners that you would have for, let's say, Facebook and YouTube. I had to lump them in together with buttons and covers and a bunch of other things for, kind of social media stuff. Usually you have to kind of separate those because you're gonna ask different prices, but for that one, I kind of had to do it. I didn't have any room to add animation services. I consumed all of my 7 slots for graphic design services. On the rare occasion that you do get an animation job there, I'll have to put another gig and say, hey, I also do animation. I have to send them to my blog or my YouTube to show them that I can do animation, and it can be a bit confusing. I can understand if the client gets confused and doesn't want to place an order if that is the case, but since animation requests are far fewer there, I decided to just focus on static 2D services. And also, if you want more gigs and offers to have access to, you have to level up, and it takes way too long, in my opinion, to level up on that platform. So have that in mind. The only pro thing for this platform is that you can make some money there. It's not going to be maybe as much as you would like. You have to understand that you are competing with people from countries with a weaker currency than you, or they have less taxation. So they're gonna be working for peanuts, and if you're from Europe or from the US, I don't see you being able to compete with your services on an international market. That one thing, and another thing is that you have a lot of companies there. So there are gonna be companies that have maybe, I don't know, 40 programmers, 10 artists, and how they're working, their volume, their prices, their veteranship, how long they've been there, and if you're entering now and trying to compete against those accounts, good luck with that. if you're going by yourself offering services, you'll not be able to do as many things as those accounts. And I'm not sure exactly how Fiverr works, but often you can get like pretty confusing offers, and I don't know if there are any filters or things like that once you grow and level. But just know that you're competing with two types of people, that it's gonna be hard for yourself if you're a beginner and just you. Here I have a good example of an offer, because I thought we will start with something positive and then just degenerate into scams and things like that. So the person saying looking for Twitch banner, including channel banner about Discord schedule rules, blah blah blah, and they want it to be the size 1500 by 500 pixels. Most assets are provided, just need someone to throw them together. And for what that person is asking, and $13, and I am in East Europe now, so have to deal with the prices and costs here. Judging by how much time that would take me and what is being offered, and also taking into account that Fiverr is taking 20% from the income, that seemed like a good offer for me. I did it. The client had some issue expressing their thoughts and ideas, but we managed to work it out what he wanted. He paid immediately. That was nice, and that was one of the good experiences I had on the platform. Often you get a lot of offers that have very bad English, or just not a language that you speak at all. And they're saying they're looking for a professional graphic designer, want him to design my thoughts and give it to me. First of all, that's kind of funny expression in English. It kind of implies inappropriate situation. I don't think that is what they meant, but if you're already having trouble dealing with a client that doesn't have the jargon of a graphic artist, that isn't able to explain their thoughts in a cohesive way, add a layer of language barrier to that, and you're just gonna complicate your life immensely. And also here you have 135 other people that have applied to that offer already, so I don't think it's worth wasting one of your precious 10 offers on an offer that can potentially be stressful. Of course, it depends on your situation. That's why I wanted to unpack this, because you maybe want to try Fiverr. You don't have to pay to post there, but just know that what the situation is. Because, for example, for me, at my age, skill level, and what other projects I have and time that I have available, Fiverr is not the best place for me. So, but I tried it out for you guys, and also out of personal curiosity. Another thing I find very annoying is when very stingy or even insulting. So here a person is, I'm looking for someone to format my book. So they have an entire book they want formatted. They have high expectations of professionalism, and then they're offering $50. Honey, you're not gonna buy professionalism, high professionalism, for $50. That will make my book unique. Yeah, for $50, you're not buying uniqueness. And as well, I need a cover spine and back to book paper, blah blah blah. Need design for ebook as well. So for $50, this person is asking for the moon and sun, and they're gonna get a cardboard painted moon and sun. And then they're gonna complain like, oh, all artists are trash, and they're mean, and they're stealing my money. And this is something that I've seen a lot of clients do. They think they're the king of the universe, and they're broke ass. Can't afford to actually be a king. Another offer, I'm looking for fantasy art for 80 cards. Like, are you guys listening? 80 cards in this style. And I looked at the style, and it's kind of Magic the Gathering, D&D levels of quality art. Happy to negotiate on the price for some or all. Ideally, I would like 80 cards from just one artist. If you could feel or replicate the style below, please get in touch. And they're having the balls to ask for $19. Honey, put two other zeros there and you get you $2,000, and it starts to be a more reasonable price for what you're asking and the amount in which you're asking. Now, as a joke, I placed $500 because I had a spare offer that evening that I thought, well, will go to waste if I don't place it. And I was talking to my husband, and he's a physicist, so he can do calculations very quickly in his head. And he was like, you're gonna do what for what amount of money per art? Because I didn't divide 500 by 80. And yeah, a more fair offer considering my usual asking price for my work. I should have asked for like $2,000, and I guess most people would in my situation, than 500. So it's severely underselling my skills. Fortunately, the person did not accept my offer. Because yeah, that would have been months. Now they're asking for 30 days. It would have been more than 30 days to make all of that. So anyway, just wanted to let you guys know that you have ridiculous offers like this on Fiverr, and just ignore them because they're not okay. And then of course you have your garden variety suspicious scammy offers. I'm looking for a photograph of a Visa debit card. I don't need to see the full card number, of course, just the first 6 digits. And yeah, it's for an art project. Don't ever give your personal information to anybody on the internet. Another one is I'm looking for a professional United States graphics logo designer to work in our company. So they're looking for someone that is situated in the United States, I'm guessing. They're offering $1,000, I guess maybe for one logo. It's enormous amount of money for one logo just because you're looking for a US resident. If it's salary by month, Fiverr is gonna take 20%, so you'll be left with $100. You cannot live in the United States on $1,000 a month, let alone on 800. We've lived there for 5 years. Either it's overpaying for a logo or underpaying for a salary. Either way, it is a suspicious offer. I would stay away from it. Also, they were looking for models, and another offer and offering $9,999 or some weird offer like that, and we're looking for young girls. So you can find that on Fiverr as an offer. Even though you're a graphic artist and you haven't specified your gender, you can get weird offers like that. And also offers that don't make any sense, like I need lessons on how to become successful entrepreneur as I want to run a company in future. And they're giving the offer of $50 to be a successful company in future. So you're gonna get offers like this as well, where you just don't know what this is about, and they want to be successful company in future in 24 hours for $50. I mean, I don't know, either it's a scam or it's a child that's doing this. I mean, you can accept and take their money, but I don't know, I feel like you're taking money from a child. I don't know. Or somebody that has severe developmental issues. I'm like not sure what is going on there, but I would feel bad taking someone's money that is in this situation. So I've ignored that. Other kinds of offers is like these really long novels explaining details, and it's like you're overdoing it. And I'm not reading that for free. I'm just gonna ignore. And now, last but not least, the scammer. And I'm gonna go shortly over how to spot red flags. I'm going to make a larger video about it, maybe even a series. I'm currently collecting stories from my friends and trying to get some screenshots to kind of talk exactly how you can spot a red flag and how to avoid it politely so that you do not get harassed or insulted or just attacked and things like that. So this person, I'm gonna read her sneaky offer over here. So workbook design and creation with InDesign. I have produced a workbook, but I don't like the look of it. The file is currently in InDesign and I want it redesigned graphically to be more interesting and pleasing. The workbook is 360 pages. That's a lot. Most of the work to be done is switching existing graphics with your own ideas on how to make the workbook more visually interesting. Replace all the graphics for a 360 page book. I did check her book out. It was actually only 11 illustrations of humans, and then you had a bunch of squares and circles and things like that. So her offer was $150 and delivery time 20 days. It's not great, but once I looked at it, I was like, okay, 150 is not bad. Considering that I was looking to find more offers to do on Fiverr, so I have like a better review for you guys to give you. So I was willing to, try and see how it works out and make a nice video for you. So I start talking to her, and she first of all trash talks my peers. So, oh, so far you're the most intelligent one I'm talking to. So that's a red flag in my opinion. Like, this person just met you and you're saying bad things about other artists. Probably is gonna say bad things about you to other people after this. So have in mind that people that behave like this, they behave like this with everybody. It's not like you're special and actually thinks you're smart. So, and then she starts, with manipulations and promises, and this stinks to me very strongly. Probably some of you might get caught in this. I'm just trying to go over this to warn you, make sure that you understand what's going on here. So, your initial offer of $150 is acceptable. That was her offer of $150. That was the maximum she was willing to go, and it was a minimum for me. So I'm glad my offer is acceptable. I just need to see a few sample pages proposal from what the new look you would give it. Then I can hire you. I'm currently collecting samples from free designers. So far, I'm not impressed with anyone else. So she's collecting samples from these free designers. She's not saying that she's going to pay me anything yet. So whenever you're making samples for somebody, get paid. Like the other offer that I mentioned previously with the good offer, that person accepted an offer to do a sample because they wanted like 10 banners, and he said, okay, we'll do a first banner and then we'll do the rest. And so the lowest amount that you can have on Fiverr is $5. So I made a button for them for $5, which is a bit much just for a button, but they provided all the graphics and stuff. Otherwise, you can say it was okay. And I made the offer. They accepted. I did the button. They liked it and they paid. This person here is not saying that they want to pay for the samples, and they're saying that they're doing it with 3 other designers. And off the start, well, if you're working with 3 other designers, why do you need me? And she's telling me, to placate the thing that, oh, I'm not impressed with those other designers because you're the smartest one around and I want you. That is so much bullshit. So, and then she tells me there will be a $40 bonus for doing well and making sure it's a modern, fun, dynamic look. So she saw that I wasn't biting So she threw in another $40 in there to try and get art from me, free art. That is not okay on Fiverr. You can report someone for trying to extort you for free content and not agreeing to pay. So I'm not sure if I'm misinterpreting her intentions or not. I try and be positive and think that, oh, maybe someone's not expressing themselves properly, correctly. Like um, um, the client that I had previously on Fiverr, they started making some sarcastic jokes like, oh, you do realize that blah, blah, blah. And you can be offended by that, or you can just shrug it off to the culture, maybe the neighborhood they're from, and maybe being sassy isn't considered rude where they're from. So, to kind of make sure that I'm not attributing bad intentions to someone, I try and get a clearer picture of what's going on. So I tell her, I'm sorry, I am currently not offering free samples, and I put the word free in there to make sure that we clarify things. Samples to anyone. I have other paying customers, orders I need to fill. I also have a lot of personal projects I want to finish, so I don't have time to work for free for a stranger. And so I continue with, you are always free to check out my portfolio and make an assessment based on that. I have ample images available. Hope you understand where I'm coming from with my situation. It takes time to make good art. And I guessed her intentions correctly. She says, that's fine, now I won't hire without samples. Thank you anyway. Like, here at this point, she could have said, oh, sorry, you misunderstood me. I don't want free art from you. I will pay for the free samples. I do not wish to waste your time, oh glorious artists that are the most intelligent one I am talking to so far, and the only one I'm impressed with. So if those previous statements that I'm smart and great were true, and there was a misunderstanding, she would have said, no, I'm make an offer and I'll accept it and we'll do a sample, like the other client did, the normal paying client, the reasonable one. So I tell her, no problem. Hope you find the right artist for you that is talented, great, smart, and works for free, apparently. Now, in her book, she had several illustrations that seemed to be made by different people, and some of them looked really bad, some of them looked okay. I think that she has been stealing from artists for a while and just cobbling up her book together with illustrations from the various artists she has scammed. So yeah, these are red flags you should be aware of. She kind of wasted my time, but at least I got a Fiverr video for you guys. And just don't work for free. Don't cause yourself hardship, sorrow. So conclusions to this whole ordeal: it's better than nothing, I guess, if you're desperate to make some money. But be prepared for time wasted, stress, scams, like you're having to use your own equipment, your own electricity to make these, and sometimes you might not get paid if you're not dealing properly with these people. Always do it through the offer system. Do not go on another platform. Like, I've had people on Fiverr tell me to get into Skype so they could talk to me. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna talk to you on Skype, on Facebook, on anywhere else. We're gonna talk on Fiverr, and I'm gonna make an offer, and if you want and you think it's fair, you will accept it, and eventually I'll get paid for my work if it is within the rules and all the other things on Fiverr. Do not expose yourself to the possibility of not getting paid, because there are plenty of people out there that will try and take advantage of you. And of course, if you're young and don't know these things, you're extra vulnerable, and I'm hoping with these videos that I clarify things better for you. So Yeah, I'm close to getting to 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and whenever I reach a milestone, I do an art giveaway. So if you wanna get to that faster, subscribe. And as always, if you wanna talk to me, you can find me on Discord. If you are not an artist and you like my art, you can find it in my shops on Lulu, Society 6. And if you just want to support me because you think I'm awesome, help me out. Thank you for that. You can on Coffee. You can also find me on Patreon and so on. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Hope you find it useful, and I guess we'll see you in the next video. Bye bye, everyone.